that there might be interview at the end of
Yes.
the program. So
We're interested to know about your experience of the mentoring process,
okay.
and any comments and any advice you would give to anyone who might think of taking part. How do you feel that the mentoring process went?
Well, for me, particularly the relationship I've had with my mentor have been quite useful.
Yeah.
Because the people who did the matching, perhaps they might have looked at his background and experience and compare it with the profile I submitted, and
Yeah.
it happens we are actually, I mean, he took a pathway that I am contemplating right now of also following.
Yeah.
I mean, finishing a PhD and going to the industry.
Yeah.
The natural pathway most people with a PhD took is going back to academics.
Yeah.
But he had actually had an experience of, I mean, that kind of transition from a PhD and into the industry. And the advice he gave me were quite promising.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, I'm about exploring them to see if I'll be able to get to where I want to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often did you communicate?
Well, most of our communications are usually by emails, so that gives us, it gives me at least the room to be able to answer whenever I am able to, because I'm currently writing up now my PhD, and so sometimes it may take a day or two. So it depends on actually the response he get from me. That will determine what else he will want, maybe further clarification, or he will send me a reply for the questions I asked, and things like that. So it's not actually structured time of communication. It's just that it comes depending on what we previously discussed on or agree upon, and what have you. Yeah.
So were most of your discussions about the future? I mean, did you have any help with the CV, or I mean, have you had?
Yes, he actually looked at my profile on LinkedIn, and I also looked at his profile on LinkedIn to know who exactly I'm talking to. And from there he was able to advise me and said, yes, it looked like you already had a small stint in the industry previously, and the fact that you are doing a PhD should not discourage you from going back to the industry again, because although you should not shy away from taking graduate jobs, even though you now have you are now going to have a PhD, that your PhD is going to become handy later. Perhaps when they want people to do further research in the products and what have you, and then you will stand out because of the fact that you've been through that kind of process, you know. So that is the kind of advice I get from him. Yeah.
So you think that the process of the mentoring process has helped you to think differently about your future?
Exactly. I mean, when I look at the adverts or the job adverts available, I don't seem to find anything my PhD will immediately fit into. But with his advice that no, don't be looking at those kind of I mean job. What you should be looking at is just go for the graduate job. Your PhD will not be immediately I mean relevant, but eventually I mean based on his own experience, it will come to be very handy. So I mean that perspective has really helped me to know that okay, I can also follow that kind of pathway also.
What advice would you give to anyone thinking of taking part in this process?
Yeah, I think it's very useful. I mean, it gives you the opportunity to talk to someone who has been through what you want to do. I mean, that kind of thing is very useful to me, you know, rather than going to the website and having to do a lot of readings before you get a small amount of information. I mean, the website, you have to read through so many things. But with someone to talk to you, I mean, he can be able to give you that, I mean, snap points of what will be useful, rather than just reading through large volumes of what other people have went through. You know, so.
And did you plan ahead as to how you wanted to get involved in this, or did you wait to see what happened and then react to circumstances?
Because I didn't attend the first two previous meetings, including the ones for introducing the mentees. I was out of the country for a conference, so honestly I don't have a very clear understanding of what is form the relationship is going to take, but eventually we get to find a way that worked for us. So it wasn't, I mean, I didn't know much because I didn't attend the opening, so but eventually we were able to get on. And
but you found it a positive process?
Well, perhaps it will have saved time if I have that idea of exactly what I should be. I mean, my expectations will be clearer if I have attended. I don't know what was done in the two previous meetings, so I can't say if it will be able to give me that kind of idea about what I should expect in relation. But eventually we get around those initial is it problem or hindrances, and now we are on talking terms and enjoying the relationship.
That's wonderful. Well, good luck for the future, and thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.